If you've heard about priority notifications and need to disable it or enable it for big, large groups of users in your Office 365 tenant, then you might need to use PowerShell as the mechanism to switch this on or off for different groups of users. Now we can do this using the Skype for Business online PowerShell. Yes, we still use that one for some tasks, and we'll use that as the basis to go into our tenant and we'll make these mass user changes. After downloading it, and you'll find the guides on how to install the Skype for Business Online PowerShell module on the Practical 365 website, then what we'll want you to do is go into your Microsoft 365 tenant, go into a PowerShell prompt, and then we'll type import module, and then we'll, after that, put Skype Online connector. Hit enter, and then we'll use PowerShell to put $session equals, and then we'll do a new CS online session. Hit enter, and then it's going to ask for our admin credentials. We'll enter our admin credentials into the tenant, it'll go off, and if we've got multi-factor authentication enabled, as you should be for your admin accounts, then we'll go through that process to authorize it. And once we've done that, it'll connect us in to the Skype for Business Online PowerShell backend that allows us to control Skype for Business Online and Microsoft Teams policy settings. We'll use import-ps session to bring those commands in, and then we can have a look at the types of settings that we can enable by using the get-commandlet. So we'll do star cs teams messaging star, and then we'll see all the messaging policies. So we can get, set, remove, new, and grant those policies from this prompt. So we can do all of the things that we can do around messaging policies within PowerShell if we want to automate this, or we need to update lots and lots of different policies. And here what I'm going to do is use grant-cs teams messaging policy and grant myself the power users policy that we created in the last video to just me, steve@stevieg.org. Now if I hit enter there, then it would apply that policy just to me. Now if I've got to apply that to lots of different people, I don't want to have to do that repeatedly. So instead I can use the get-cs online user commandlet with a filter to be able to get certain sets of users. And from this, I can pick some of the attributes like department, job title, to then go and get all of those users. And here I picked the development department. So I've used department EQ development, and you'll see it's brought me back a whole long list of values that shows me all the information about those users. That's a little bit too much to look at. So I'll pipe that into select and pick just the user principal name to get a list of those users. And we can see I've got a small number of users in that department. It could be 100, it could be more. Now, because I've got those users, I can then use the pipe command to pipe that into that same grant-cs teams messaging policy commandlet, and then set that policy for all of those users all at once. So I'm going to hit enter there, and it's going to went away in the background and applied that policy to those users. Now in the last video when we showed this, I told you it takes a long time, maybe up to 24 hours, for this to actually be visible after we've made the change to end users. One thing we'll also see is it doesn't immediately return the results when we've updated the list of users. So here I'm using get cs online user -filter, and I'm looking for all the people who've got this policy applied. So I put Teams messaging policy equals power users, and I'm then going to close those brackets, pipe that to select user principal name like I did in the example above, and you'll see nothing's shown. If I up arrow and hit enter, up arrow, hit enter a few times, you'll see it takes a little while for anything to happen. It looks like the commandlet didn't work. But rest assured, give it a few moments, let it settle in the background, give it about a minute, and then once we hit that again, or maybe let's press up again and give it another go, take a little bit longer for it to happen, you'll see, there we go, there we've got it. We've applied that to all of those users, but it's taken a little bit longer than you might expect to have taken effect in the background. So that's how we use PowerShell to apply messaging policies, and if we need to disable or mass enable priority notifications for users in our organization.